What's up, guys? It's the Ask Jeremy and
Carey.
All right, guys, I'm going to taper it down a little bit today. I know I'm usually been wild in the intros. I didn't want to offend anybody with all my high energy, so we're good.
Wow.
Are you good? We got questions for show. Oh, okay. How do you find time to slow down and enjoy the holiday season? It can be so stressful.
Ooh, hustle and bustle. Guys, this happens. We get it. But really, I think that taking a deep breath and really setting the tone for each and every day with your priorities and not forgetting about the things that keep you healthy, strong, right? Meaning exercise, breath work, water, all these things. But then also, where are your priorities with the season? What's the value? Where are your top values within the holiday season? So, Jeremy, I'm going to ask you what your top values are. Where do you set the tone for the day?
It's all about values, and I preset my values 2 years ago, and I modify them as they come and go. But faith, family, and fitness is my top three.
Awesome.
And so it's easy to keep things in order when I know that. And then I've created parameters and frameworks around my life that allow me to stay on track. So, I mean, for example, we rang out the new year with, or the front of the winter fall holiday season with a 3-day wedding soiree, where that means drinks on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and how that modifies and works into my life. But that means riding my bike for 12 miles on Sunday, a long distance training session, sweat, go to bed at 8:30, drink a lot of water, wake up the next day, hit the sauna for 30 minutes, do a light workout, more water, get all my groceries ordered, and just start setting the tone for how I want this week to go for my nutrition, and have what I call all those parameters of what I want to expect to have and do. I have my Whoop band I've been wearing for a good 3+ years now. It keeps me on track for my sleep, my recovery. So I have all these guardrails to keep me. I just turned 40, so it's like I kind of sit on knowing like, okay, I've done this before. Yeah, I have experience. I know what this season looks like.
Right.
Stay calm, stay patient. It's all going to get done. And be consistent with your habits. And so that ties into what am I letting dictate my emotions and my attitude? What am I listening to? What am I watching?
Well, I wanted to just point out, you said something, and I don't want to overlook it. You said that you had a 3-day celebration, so you had a wedding, so you drank on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday celebrating, and then you had what I'll call a game plan. So I always, ticks for the trade. Jeremy and I are professional coaches for 20 years, and so we, sometimes people, what are the tricks? I always say there's little things in there that if you know how to play the game, but instead of Jeremy bouncing in on Monday or Sunday evening, hitting a wad hard and lifting heavy, probably throw out his back, tweak something. He went for a long ride. Yeah, so like you said, you've been in the game, you've learned some lessons, so you know how to come out of it. I think some of us, think after a weekend like that, we got to go hard and hit the ground running, and then we tweak our back, and then we put ourselves out for another week, and it's like not fun. It's just another punch. So instead, having that game plan or knowing how to work out of it. So even talking over the weekend, a nutrition client of mine said, kind of struggled through the Thanksgiving holiday, the family and things that are happening, and it's stressful. And so falling off track, and instead of looking at it like I fell off track, bad job, not good, fall off track more, can't get back up because you're not going to hit your goals you set. No, take a deep breath. My encouragement was wake up in the morning and set the intention for the day with a calm spirit, with a mindful spirit that just says, you know what, I'm still where I need to be, but how am I going to do today that's going to serve my wellness plan? Might not look the same as when you were gung-ho, gearing up for the bikini or whatever, but just like resetting the tone that it doesn't have to be, and giving yourself some grace there. So Just wanted to point that out. Game plan, right? And then, like I said, Jeremy and I are your coaches for 20 plus years of experience. We've worked through this, and some of you, if you keep hitting the wall, let's just ask and say, hey, you know what? How can I work through this and set myself up for success? Because we got some more days, guys, before the end of the year, and I know there's going to be some holiday parties coming up.
I started to listen to music that is all, like a set beats per minute, like an 80 beats per minute, that is no words that I can listen to, versus anything that's going to create emotion or stir me up or anything, something that is calming to that effect. So I've added that into my life, and it helps me out quite a bit. I like to listen to a lot of praise and worship music too. It's like very calming, and it keeps me just focused.
Well, just like you said, faith, family, and fitness. And guys, really, I mean, that faith point I want to just point out is like it's the rock, it's the foundation. And so if you're listening to praise and worship, or you're setting the intention or gratitudes first thing in the morning, it sets the tone of more of a calm approach to your day versus getting out into the world. And we know it's chaotic. People are bouncing back from being, having lockdown and all the things. So it's a nice time to come back to calm, especially during this season, and really remind ourselves the value of the season and what we want it to, the importance, and what we want the importance to be. So
yeah, and I have big water goals.
Like more than a gallon a day?
Water consumption is probably,
right.
So water consumption.
This time of year, key, season change, dry.
Yeah, so I look at those 20-80 rules, and like we're coming off the weekend going like, okay, one of my biggest goals this week is water consumption and sleep. So if I can get my 7-hour average sleep per night, coupled with high volume of water, and when I went to the grocery store, I only bought chicken and fish and salads.
Yeah.
And so it is very easy to eat. And one of my happy places is salsa. So I didn't buy chips. I just put salsa on my salads. And so it's like, oh, that's like, to me.
So you got your craving settled.
Right. So it's fish, chicken, salads, lean proteins, high water, sleep. Then I build the exercise in. Like yesterday I did a 20-minute AMRAP. Today I know I'm going to do another slower, longer sweat because I still don't feel 100%. Yeah. And then I'll start ramping it up by the end of the week.
And then, Jeremy, do you have holiday parties this weekend?
We do. We have them, but I already have my commitment. Like the only alcohol I'm going to drink is a hard.
You're going to go hard?
No, I'm going to drink June Shine. Shout out.
Already picked out his
alcohol. Picked out my June Shine, which is a kombucha alcohol, which usually leaves me feeling good. I'll set my limit at 2. So I have 2 June Shines, and I'll be good to go. If I even drink, that's just on back order. They got it on sale at Whole Foods. So I'm ready.
Well, I got my red wine
ready. It's got the charcoal in there. I think it detoxes as you tox.
Wow, it's balance.
That's
all
what
about
the
balance.
advertisement says.
But you know what? That's what coming off the weekend, Jeremy, going into your week, you have a set and tone, getting back on it. Because I always say today's a perfect opportunity to do your best and eat your best. Because I don't have a party today. It's just me, myself, and I grooving and moving right through all the water, the good food, making me feel good. So, but knowing that there's holiday parties coming up, and I want to have a glass of wine and celebrate, and eat some hot salsa on my chips that I'm going to have.
Absolutely. So, anyhow, I think that history tells you consistency over time. Yeah. And this is another big part of my life at 40. Like I'm committed to being boring and consistent. And what I see is the best, most successful people now that I study are the most boring and consistent people on the planet, and it's a part of my repertoire.
We might have to do another show on the boring part, but I do believe in consistency, right? And I already had a couple of people, and I don't know if you run into any of them, they kind of went off the rocker over the weekend, and they were like, what's the point? And I'm like, whoa! No, it's the consistency that you enjoy the cookie you ate, whatever. But don't roll cookies into Tuesday.
If, just like you like painful workouts and intense workouts.
I don't.
90% of the population probably doesn't like that. But when you become committed to the boring, and that becomes your fun, you will rise above the rest.
So you're saying my hard workouts are boring but I see them in fun?
No, like staying with your budget,
Yeah.
grocery shopping,
Kinda boring.
food prepping, doing the same 5 meals on a weekly
Got it,
basis.
yeah, eating the same thing
It's
over and over. It's
boring.
kinda
And
keep
people are
you
like, I'm bored, and then they go and flex. They're bored and they go and flex. That flex is what ends up making you lose in the long run.
Yeah.
And it's all about consistency, and the ultimate flex is being boring. Booyakah! We'll see you on the other side. Let's do this.
All right, let's go back, because I do think we all need to flex a little. That's why we do what we have. Our I Am Challenge coming up in January, which is going to be 100% all go. Right now, Jeremy, I'd say you're living a life of 80-20. Maybe 80% of the time you're eating healthy well, but you're enjoying the wedding, the holiday party coming up. And then there's a 90-10 coming out of the I Am Challenge. So into February, we'll be living a little 90-10. We feel so good. We don't want to go quite to 80-20. That'll happen at the vacation coming up in the spring. So, but you see, so we have set up the year for you guys to win. Join us, right? Really, join us. And we want to teach you how to live a life of 100%, 90-10 coming out of it, 80-20 on vacation, and getting right back into the game. So there's no that flex thing. Maybe you're not hanging out in that zone. Of course, I'm always flexed.
Of course you are. All right, we're out, guys. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you on the other side.
Peace.